I'm not super familiar myself with Eternity. Can you tell me a bit about him?
Yeah, he's a pretty active Terran player in the Taiwanese scene, but he's more of a mid-tier player, still struggling to break into that. He has participated in DreamHack before, don't get me wrong, but I would say that he is, at around the same level as Nazin, maybe. So he's got a mountain to climb ahead of him, to say the least.
Yeah, and the Mountain over here himself, spawning in as the Red Zerg, playing for onside. It is Rex.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Cosmic Sapphire ESL, we have the Taiwanese Terran player. He is blue, representing, and I agree with this, T Imba. It is Eternity.
It's okay. That joke's a bit complicated. Probably gone over your head a little.
Oh my god, what do you mean, Papi? What do you mean? He's just speaking the truth.
My goodness. And where is this drone going?
Is he going for the gold? No. Is he?
Is he gonna make a Stargate?
He's just scouting. he's got a proxy void ray. Oh my god.
Let's go. It's the hidden patch. You didn't realize that they didn't nerf proxy void rays, they just gave them to Zerg.
That will balance the game.
No.
Yeah, it looks like, to be fair, I guess we didn't get to see what happened in game one. Maybe there was some cheesy play coming out from Eternity, so Rex just being a little bit safe here.
Yeah, I do like this on such a big map as well. It can be hard to cover all the potential proxy spots with your overlords. So just doing a bit of, just having a bit of extra safety, which is, especially if you perceive yourself as being the favored player, it can be a good idea to just take these extra steps to make sure that you're not dying to anything silly, really.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, and that's just basically what he was able to pull off there, make sure nothing crazy was going on, and we see the game slowly get underway. As a reminder, the winner of this series is going to move on to face Gogo Joey. Gogo Joey has been patiently waiting in the next round. And we'll see kind of how this plays out. Cosmic Sapphire slowly becoming one of my more favorite maps. It is quite large, but there's also a lot of pathways, a lot of bases to take as well, and even a gold that can sometimes come into play.
So what you're trying to say is it's terribly Zerg favored. I agree.
I agree too. Oh my god. So yeah, actually, oh my god, behind this, okay, we do see a 3rd-CC opener here from Eternity. Oh my god, even before the first one was finished, so relatively greedy here. Yeah, interesting move.
Yeah, just seeing fairly kind of standard play coming out from both players. We're seeing the Zerg as well, just going for your usual fast third. He does pull out one time. Take notes, like.
He did. That was a clean pull out as well. Look at that, zero gas. Yeah. Oh my god.
Beautiful.
Oh god. Yeah, just standard openers coming out here from Rex, crossing his T's, dotting his I's, all that good stuff. Meanwhile, back across the map, it is going to be that 1-1-1 follow-up here. The Tech Lab, bit of a add-on switch. Banshees?
Yeah, definitely looking like a 3cc Banshees so far. And considering this is a bit of a larger map, I do like this in terms of it can be kind of difficult to get your more aggressive timings to work, especially against a player that might be favored against you as well.
Definitely. We were talking about it before, but again, Eternity does have a little bit of an uphill battle here. Can he pull it off so far? Oh, nice. Rex able to keep his drone barely alive. Eternity just kind of testing the waters here at the 3rd base location. And behind this, we see going for the add-on switch instead, just prioritizing Stim and going for the Viking instead.
Yeah, something a little different. Maybe he was hoping to have that scouted and play a little bit of a mind game, but just a Viking opening, which, yeah, everything looking pretty standard so far.
Definitely. Behind this, of course, we have a Liberator on the way. Ideally, we're going to be seeing a bit of multi-prong harassment with the Hellions and the Lib, and maybe try and pull apart the Zerg player a little bit. So far, Rex has been trying to scout a couple of times, but every single time he has been thwarted, hasn't been able to make it into the main base with those Lings. They have been shut down here by the Marines.
Yeah, so nice job denying the scouting there from Eternity. Maybe knows that Rex likes to go for those Ling scouts there rather than having his Marines up in the corners of the main looking to deny Overlords. And at the same time gets his own scouts, sees the Lairs timing, and will have a pretty good idea of what's going on.
Yeah, even sees some of the gases as well, is fully aware of the saturation. With his Hellions, he can even confirm the third base, so knows that nothing too crazy is coming out from the Zerg player. Third base is going to be landing on location. Look, like I appreciate the games that we had with Hon Mono, but I guess now we're going back to normalcy, back to like a more standard game between our players.
Yeah, very honorable, polite game.
Yeah, Asher.
I would never. It's futile. Look how many queens there are. You can't win.
What do you mean?
It's not possible, Buffy.
It's fine. It's
Look at the creep. It's over already.
It's connecting the bases. What do you mean?
It's okay. I will try not to be too biased.
Oh my god. Meanwhile, already Liberator sneaking on into the main base. Damage has been done. You know why? Because the Queens are defending against the Hellions and they can't be here to defend against the Liberators, Asher.
It's impossible. You can't be in two places at once.
He can't do it. He can't do it.
Yeah, very nice so far. Hasn't lost any Hellion. Oh, maybe one Hellion, but like doing a very good job protecting the Hellions. Hasn't lost too much health off the Liberator, which is very important for getting extra harass. And already 7 drones going down. For a 3cc opener, that's a lot of damage.
Oh my god, and he's not done, mate. The Liberator does head towards the third base location as well. Ooh, one more drone getting picked off. The Hellions are looking to rotate around once again. But now we do have enough Lings. Now it is time for Rex to work on his army, and Liberator survives.
Yeah, beautiful attention to detail there, just getting that Lib out on the least health that it could. And he's doing a good job controlling the creep as well, so... Very good game so far by Eternity.
Yeah, honestly, like I'm really impressed with what he's been able to accomplish here. But we were talking about it earlier. Rex, for the most part, has finished droning up here. 73 drones is what he is gone for, and now it's time for the pure Ling Maid. Now it's time to smudge because a Hydrogen is on the way, and we know what that means.
No, the Lurkers, Puppy. No.
You're like, see, look how well Eternity's been doing, and it doesn't even matter, Puppy.
Doesn't matter, Puppy. He killed 7 drones, 7 more in their wake. It's not possible to win, Puppy.
Queen does get picked off. It has to be a little bit careful, just clearing up some creep. Doesn't want to overextend. Ling Bane ready and waiting to come in from multiple angles. Eternity playing with fire right now.
Yeah, but I really like the way he's done this push. So he's managed to speed up his timing quite a bit by sending the medevacs in after. And he's found a good angle to attack from as well. But losing one tank there takes a lot of the oomph out of this push already. And Rex is looking to wrap around.
I love this from Rex. He backs off, looking to try and catch some reinforcements, maybe even come from behind and get a full surround on the army. Actually goes for a counterattack instead.
Yeah, this is beautiful play coming out from Rex. This is something you see a lot from the top Zergs. People like Cyril, where they'll use their run by force to threaten at the front, at the same time threatening to come back and make a pincer, but that actually didn't go too well for him.
Yeah, great tank target fire there. The Banelings got eviscerated before they got close to anything. The reinforcements were staying at home. He wasn't rallying across the map, so Eternity was more than prepared for a run by.
Yeah, and we're even seeing Eternity's 2-2 starting up at a pretty good time, just before the Zerg's 2-2 as well, so we might be seeing a good timing for him later into the mid-game to hit that big scary Terran 2-2 push.
Yeah, exactly, and I'm a little bit worried here because the majority of Rex's army is across the map. He's going for another massive Ling run by. There are a handful of Banelings here to defend, but only a handful. Rex, meanwhile, doesn't turn around. He goes for that counterattack, and he will be able to catch a tank.
Yeah, Rex already starting to go into those Hydras. This can be a bit of an awkward time, but this run-by is doing so much damage already.
Yeah, exactly. 5 SCVs go down, a lot lost by in time as well. This pulls back the entire army of Eternity. Rex was honestly looking a little bit vulnerable back at home. He didn't have a lot to defend, but he was able to pull back the army, buy himself more time, and get those Hydras up.
Yeah, and gets all these Lings out, most of these Lings out alive as well. Oh, it does get a few caught up in the corner there. That's good from Eternity to keep up. We are seeing that Eternity playing quite quickly as well, managed to keep on top of all these army movements from Rex.
Yeah, it's been really great to see. I think Rex maybe being a little bit slobby with some of his army control, a lot of Lings being caught out in the middle of the map. The creep hasn't really been spread too far out of this third base, bearing in mind it's barely covering it, and now this is prime for Eternity to siege.
Yeah, we can already see just from all the pressure, having to use those queens to defend, using the Hellions earlier on in the game to get rid of the active creep tumors. It has been difficult for Rex to really spread creep as much as he might want to.
Yeah, exactly. Meanwhile, the 4th base was finished. It's going to be killed, not cancelled. Maybe Rex can try and save it. He does have a lot of Ling Bane. He did lose some Lings in the retreat, but that does mean that a lot of the Army of Eternity is still back at home and is still making its way across the map.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a formidable army for both players. Rex just being very patient, trying to get as many Banelings up as he can before he looks to take the fight, but 2-2 is finishing. This is really scary for the Zerg.
Yeah, 2-2 is done. 2-2 for the Zerg player, still on the way. A couple of Banelings are going to be able to roll in, but we have a minefield, we have a tank line as well. Rex cannot push in. He has to take this slow. He has to wait for his own upgrades.
Yeah, absolutely. These mines pose such a huge threat to all the Lings and Banes, and Rex starting to bleed off some units. He does have the Vipers ready, but I'm getting a bit worried for him in this position.
Oh, but he's getting ready for a massive surround. Here we go. He pulls the trigger. How good are the mine shots going to be? They're pretty good. But are they good enough?
Yeah, beautiful mine shots, but Rex doing so many things all at once. Sets up the surround, puts the blinding clouds down, puts the power bomb on the Medivacs, and all in all, very close to breaking the Terran, but actually looking like the momentum's in the Terran's favor.
Yeah, it was very close. As you were saying, the blinding clouds weren't very bad. They were pretty good, to be honest. The surround was pretty good as well, but it's the creep spread. It's the fact that Eternity, he immediately stimmed and pulled back behind the tank line. A lot of the Marines were able to survive. He has a little bit of momentum, but it's taking a little bit of time, and Rex is rebuilding his army.
Yeah, but meanwhile, we can see back at home, Eternity on 5 bases. He has the sensor tower up. He's getting the Iron Bank of Terran, these extra bases that could be turned into orbitals for mules. He's in a really good position here. I'm very impressed with his play so far.
He really is. He's even close enough to lay siege upon this base a little bit. Meanwhile, the Vipers did survive. They have regathered that energy. We do see he wants to go back in. Rex wants to push him back.
Yeah, possibly a little bit of an overextension here by Eternity, but he's taking this fight beautifully off creep, and this might just be enough to take the game, really.
Man, I don't know if you saw, but there was a moment there where a powerbomb landed on the Medivacs and Eternity immediately split. It was crazy.
I didn't even see it, man.
He immediately boosted the Medivac away.
For me.
The powerbomb did nothing, mate. There's no Banelings remaining. We have Hydras, but Papi, where are the Lunkers?
Mate, is this Maru? Did he give it the account to Maru?
Maru go to Japan? Is that what's happening? Is that... Oh my god, the tanks are being cleaned up. It looks like Rex barely has enough to push this back, but you know what? It's only just temporary because the rally is not stopping. Eternity is not stopping. The mines are resetting.
Yeah, some more beautiful micro there coming out from Eternity. Sees a small group of Lings was looking to splash the mine onto his own units, quickly unburrows. He's all over it this game.
Oh yeah, he really is. The pressure is not stopping, but here we go. A wave of Banelings has just been morphed in. Wintermine shots go off, but they don't get the best connections they needed to, but it looks like it may have just been enough anyway. There's not enough buffer with the Ling Bane.
Yeah, these Marauders are so difficult to deal with. You really don't want them soaking up the Bane shots, and like you said, I don't know if there's enough here for Rex to hold.
Yeah, I don't think there is. We have Banelings being morphed in right now, but the 3rd base does end up being broken. We do have a power. Look at him go!
Oh
Immediately!
As
soon as the powerbomb lands, that's the 3rd time that's happened, by the way. And now the Evo chambers are exposed. They were thrown down at the 3rd base for some reason, and now immediately +3 is denied.
Yeah, +3 armor going down, and +3, 3-3, sorry, already finished for the Terran. Huge upgrade advantage, and that's going to be very difficult to deal with if we can't get into some high attack for Rex.
Exactly. 3-3 denied. GG gets called, and Eternity takes game number 2.
That was masterfully done by Eternity. Just in control, in the driver's seat the whole way through, playing basically the most standard TVEZ that you can, and looked dominant.
That was beautifully done there by Eternity. You know, clearly showing that Cosmic Sapphire is a Terran map.
No, Poppy, come on.
Don't know why anyone would doubt him. But yeah, that was just really, really well played there in the end. And I can't wait to see where this story takes us, mate, because what happened in game 1? I wish we caught that as well.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't too surprised to hear the 1-0 for Rex, but at the same time, after seeing that game, maybe this is more closely matched than we thought.
Maybe. You know, maybe we've been sleeping a little bit on Eternity when we really shouldn't have, because that was a masterful display of Marine biocontrol with the tanks, with the Widow Mines. Even as a Zerg player, I was in awe at what I was seeing. Hey, Taiwanese Mario, let's go. And we'll see where this takes us as we are going all the way into the ace match, game number 3 between these two players. Oh my god, is the upset real? Is it a reality? We are about to find out. Because spawning in the top right hand corner of Data C, we have the king himself, the Taiwanese Zerg player representing Onside Gaming. It is Rex. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner of Data C, we have the Taiwanese Terran player coming in as the underdog, but fighting back hard on Cosmic Sapphire with a beautiful display of a bio. We have the Taiwanese Terran. He is blue. It is Eternity.
Okay.
Oh my god. Asher, you came just in time. We did just have our intros. Clearly, Asher. Tea and bun.
I agree.
Oh god, no, but I guess talking a little bit about that previous game, it was honestly an amazing game to behold, but we did see, more often than not, Rex was relying a lot on run buys. There were 2, 3, 4 times where he sent massive packs of links across the map, and they never really got too much done, to be honest.
Yeah, and this is kind of like the top level way of playing Zerg, where you use that constant threat of either a run by or a surround to take control of the entire map. But we did see, especially that very first run by, that was a lot of links that really didn't get a lot of damage, and I wonder if that's possibly where the momentum shifted in that game.
Yeah, I have to wonder about that as well. We'll see if Rex is going to adapt his style, whether maybe he thinks that, oh, okay, maybe I miscontrolled a little bit and I could have handled those run-bys a little bit better, or if he calms down a little bit more and focuses more on surrounding the army, less so on counterattacking and dealing with the forces on the map. We shall see, as we're going all the way. We're here. We're in the ace match.
Yeah, and quite a different map from the last one coming in here. Personally, I've only really seen this map in the Maru vs. Raynor series, and I probably wouldn't expect Eternity to play that same way, playing very turtly and splitting the map. And this is a pretty large map to split. But at the same time, I can see it can be pretty awkward to get these extra external bases for both sides. So how do you normally see this map playing out for TBZ?
Yeah, I have to agree with you when it comes to like Maru versus Raynor. Earlier yesterday, if you remember, Azure versus Ender also went split map scenario. Like, we surprisingly a large amount of ZvTs have ended up like that. And I agree, it can be a little bit awkward to expand towards the corner bases. And from what we've seen, I don't think that Eternity enjoys playing that style. But to be fair, we're also not 100% familiar with him. So would he embrace that? Personally, I hope not. I don't want to be here for 45 minutes. But yeah.
I mean, I'll be here for 45 minutes if I get to watch a Terran beating his Zerg. It's alright with me.
But if it goes 45 minutes, Rex is going to get lunkers, puppies. Oh god. But ooh, look at this. Rex has had enough. He throws down a Roach Warren.
Yeah, and considering the build, this is actually going to be an issue. Eternity playing 3cc again, but something a little bit different here, going for the 3cc 2-on-1. So he will just get a couple Hellions for a bit of map control and then straight into the 2-on-1. And this is one of those builds that can give you quite a lot of trouble. Oh, what a tryhard.
Did you see that? That was crazy. he targeted his
crazy, man. No one's safe.
This is better than Maru. Oh my god.
You join the Terran army, you get blasted, man. You're just used to clear creeps. That's what you are.
Jesus Christ. I 100% agree. As you were saying, oh my god, is he going to be able to almost get a queen there just dancing here with the army? What's worrisome though is that Eternity hasn't been able to scout. He doesn't know what's going to be coming his way, and because of his build, he doesn't have tanks, he doesn't have banshees, he doesn't really have that kind of surefire way to defend against roach pushes.
Oh, and this is beautiful by Rex to use these queens to actually shoo the Hellions away from the path that the roaches are taking, and I don't believe Eternity has seen it until just now.
Yeah, the roaches have finally been scouted, but is it a little bit too late? Because you know what? The roaches are already coming across the map. Ravagers are being morphed in. We do see the Marines trying to push out. Bunkers are on the way. He's trying to muster up a defense, but can he do it?
Yeah, we see the bunker going down straight away, trying to get that wall up as well, just in time for these lings, but you can see one of the difficulties with this build is basically your factory is only used to make add-ons for other buildings, so you have no tanks, and this is going to be very hard to hold without tanks.
Yeah, it really is. Already the biles are landing. The bunker will not finish. The lings are flooding on in. We don't have anything. We have stim, I guess, for the Marines. Are they going to stim on forward? They're going to be able to dodge these biles. They're doing what they can. The boys are being pulled.
Yeah, the medevac helps a lot with this, but as we see these SCVs that were acting as a buffer going down, there's barely anything left for Eternity, and yeah, I guess after the way that the last game went, Rex just wanted to put a stamp on this one.
Yeah, exactly. GG, well played. Rex will take the series 2-1 and move on to face Go-Go Joey.
Yeah, absolutely brutal there in that last game, and it is a bit of a shame that we didn't get to see more of the same kind of skill expression from Eternity. We could already see, even with the harassment with those Hellions, very active, fast player. Even picked off a queen at that one point, but Rex just masterfully hiding his all-in.
Exactly. Like, it was great that you pointed it out, how the queens were basically just body blocking and making sure that the Hellions just couldn't see that crucial piece of information until it was a little bit too late. And it was also kind of like an unfortunate unfortunate build order for Eternity as well. As you're pointing out, like, it's really difficult to defend when you open up like that, even if you scouted early on.
Yeah, it is a little bit greedy, that opening, and at the same time, he got a little bit unlucky. Those Hellions moved away from the third just as the roaches were popping, so if he had any hope of getting that bunker up, that was pretty much dashed at that point.
Yeah.
But it's not over for Eternity, which I'm glad to hear, because that was pretty impressive by him.
Yeah, I also agree with your sentiments about not being able to see another longer, more drawn-out game between these two players. I think Eternity really left an impression on us, and I hope he left an impression on everyone in the chat as well. Clearly, he has been improving over time. Clearly, he's looking strong. The other unfortunate thing is that he's looking good in this matchup, but if you want to excel in this region, you have to be good against Protoss. Not as much Zerg. But regardless, GG, well played. Eternity will have another chance. And now we have ourselves a ZvZ.
Nah. I have to leave again, but for longer this time.
What do you mean?
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'll stay.
It's a ZvZ, Poppy. What's wrong?
It's okay. You can explain it to me if you know what's going on.
Oh my god. I mean, a ZvZ between Rex and Go-Go Joey, I cannot wait, because I remember casting them during the Home Story Cup qualifiers a couple of weeks ago, and Go-Go Joey caused the upset. Go-Go Joey,
really?
He 2-0'd Rex the last time they played.
Wow. What happened?
It was a very back and forth game. I will always remember Hardwire. Rex, he was ahead in workers, he was ahead in bases, he went all the way up to lurkers. He was working with Hydra Lurker and a couple of roaches, and Go-Go Joey with just Roach Ravager, he was pulling Rex apart. He was attacking from the left, from the right, he was going for Overlord drops into the main, and he was able to outposition and out like flank the lurkers. It was crazy. Like, the lurkers weren't enough, puppy.
Okay. Lurkers dying?
Yeah.
This is something I can get on board with. I think I'm ready.
Yeah, it was really impressive to see. I was lucky enough to cast it with Kuro at the time, so a little bit of a rematch, and I'm sure Rex was a little bit upset after that series, and I'm sure he he wants his revenge.